In the 1984 Audience with Ramtha, taped in Hawaii, he gives a grand teaching on enlightenment.
You are alone? What did you say?
You are here.
I am here, entity. And I'm not a bit fickle. How be you? Why are you here?
Enlightenment, awareness, conscious experience.
Really?
Really?
Tell me what think you enlightenment is?
Enlightenment would enable a freedom of anxiety from what is happening in the present.
Do you think that is enlightenment?
I think it would be accepting what is and still being present. And I don't know. That's why I'm really here.
Ah, well, first, is it why indeed it is best to define what it is you want. Then you best contemplate if that is what you want. Wouldn't you say that was wise?
Very.
Enlightenment means to be in light of knowledge. Knowledge. Knowledge, is it why indeed, is that which takes one from that which is termed his borders into an unlimited expanse. Knowledge. It is that which unlimits the mind. It is that which gratifies the body. It is that which defies death. It is knowledge. Oh, if one is that which is termed enlightened, it is one who does not have a closed mind. Knowledge, is it why indeed, has been known to be very frightening. Oh, why? Because there are many entities who have their own opinion of how things should be. And enlightenment challenges that opinion and takes away their identity, because their opinions constitute their identity. You still want enlightenment?
I have to think. Yes. Yes.
Your thought, that is very swift. So be it. Now let me tell you how it will work. Once one desires this wonderful thing that happens in the physical body. This begins to open up. It is like looks like a little pear. Then the mouth begins to bloom. It opens up and begins to look like a flower. It is called the pituitary system. Heard you of it?
Yes.
Well, how ridiculous. They have called it another eye. It doesn't resemble an eye at all. It resembles a flower. Yes. Whatever. Here we go. And then as it begins to open, it secretes a hormone flow that flows into the brain, into the pineal system. So it's here. The pineal system is then activated, and it begins to open up another part of your brain. You see? This is a receiver. This does not create thought. It only receives it. So the thoughts that are coming in from conscious level come in through the auric field. So you are being bombarded, as it were, with thought propellants. They look like straight line rays of light, very swift. The little receiver in here could only pick up those sections of thought that are in alignment with this capability to receive them and then transmit them through the physiological body. If you have brilliance or genius, or that which is termed outrageous thoughts, and they're coming to you and there is no place for them to be received, you see, you never get it. You see? Now, once another phase of this wondrous receiver is activated, then it can elevate itself to pick up the higher frequencies. Once the higher frequencies come into this your receiver, they are transmitted through that which is termed the spinal system, through the central nervous system. Know you what that is?
Yes.
It is the spark that gives each cell life and allows it to duplicate itself, so it rejuvenates life. And the overall sensation of that feeling is recorded in the soul, which is lodged here, and it is in the soul that it stores it as emotion, and that which is termed the intellectual mind deciphers it and then says that is what the feeling is. Genius, or that which is termed enlightenment, has no memory here. So, when you begin to be enlightened, you begin to be dizzy. You begin to be light in your head. And then you get sensations of feelings and you don't know how to describe them. And they come into the soul and the soul registers a new emotion. And as you get more and more of them, the collectiveness of that begins to aspire you to communicate it. So while you saw things before with a limited mind, no longer applies. But the limited mind opens up to help express the unlimited mind. You see? You change because you feel differently. Now, that is how it all works. In enlightenment, one presses to allow. The more you allow, the more you activate that center to open that frequency. It is very scientific. And the more that you go with what you feel and listen to what you feel, it is a signal emerges in the body to allow the whole to open up. And I could cut your arm off and you would say, I will grow another, and within moments you will have another one appear. This is called miracle. But it belongs to you. It is called God. Now, what we shall do, now that you understand what enlightenment is, we will begin to open this up. So you feel a little dizzy. You feel a little light. You feel a difference that you never felt before. Every time you feel it, Master, say, from the Lord God of my being, I accept it, I accept it, I accept it.
From the Lord God of my being, I accept it, I accept it, I accept it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Now, know you what the Lord God of your being is? Really? Know you that that which is termed the poorest of teachers teach philosophically, and the poor wretched creatures that have come to learn know only how to repeat and have no understanding of what it means at all. They're very unenlightened. So, to be most prudent and wise entity in your adventure, ask what it is you're asking so that you can identify it. So now tell me what you think that which is termed the Lord God of your being is.
The spirit within me that has been created in this embodiment, the energy that I identify in my mental being, which is connected to that energy flow in the universe that I can tune into and tap into and channel, which is the creation of my personal expression and experience each moment, how I identify and receive each thing. That is how I see my manifestation of the Lord God, my Lord God within me.
That is a wondrous, wondrous definition. The Lord of your being is the soul. It weighs 13 ounces. It is that which keeps all of this together when you are off somewhere else. It is the soul that is the child of the spirit. Without it, you could not occupy thought within your being. What is the giver of life? It is the God of your being, that is the spirit. It is that which encompasses all that you are and allows all the thoughts to come. The being is the totality of what you are that connects you with all that it is, entity. So the Lord God of your being is in harmony with all that is. So you have addressed everything within your being And it will listen when you address it. It will become focused. You see, you are a creature of 3 dimensions that is expressing on a plane of density. And only with 3 dimensions entity can you realize forever. See, you're very complex and yet you are very simple. You're very beautiful. Address it, it'll hear you, because it is a Lord, a God, an entity, a master that speaks. And when you tell it to remember, it will remember. When you tell it to erase, it will erase. If you tell it to be greater, it will be greater. It's very simple.
This is what I came for and couldn't voice it. And you picked up on exactly what it has been.
Now, how think you I did that?
Oh, thank you for doing it. God
But
bless.
think you that I am an enlightened entity?
Indeed. Oh, God bless you.
I am blessed entity, and so are you. Remember me in your thoughts.
Always.
Don't forget another important thing.
What is that?
Love what you are. You never hurt it or harm it. Never lie to it. Never abuse it. Love what you are. It is worth loving.